Last week, of course, we saw some very, very high placements, and Havo stealing most of the points there, 890 something. They were really doing good. So yeah, we'll see how they pan out this time. But we do see the plane, the same trajectory, but this time it's reversed.
But this time, it's actually a
It's a
far
seat
jump to
belt.
Georgopol. And this might be an interesting one. Let's see if C9 will jump again Kameshki.
I think they might just. I think that's just their spot. Teams generally at this point in time.
No, they
kinda
already
love
jumped
to,
right now.
yeah,
They're
that
going
is
for the
true.
military
base. Yeah,
military
yeah.
base right now.
Well, they're not going to be alone in there. There seems to be another team that wants to make their way towards that one as well. Nobody going towards Novo. Of course, it's a long drop, but it is doable. However,
Envious going towards Georgopol. Maybe a little bit of Gerka. Depends if they're gonna just dive
Find a
in,
car.
take some of the vehicles, and just go there,
So-
or gonna take the west side and the west coast, basically.
There are
Yeah.
cars, there are vehicles south of hospital, potential drops, so they might just go for those. Perhaps they're going to be stopping by Gaka, another place where you might find some cars. Not a very high spawn chance, but there is one nonetheless. And we see the whole plane drop. Nobody going to Stalberg, nobody going to Severny, nobody going into Milta. Power, rather. Milta will be taken by Havo Gaming. It is
Well,
their favorite spot there.
seems
And
like
G-Core going to
Severny-
Lipovka and Prison.
Seems like Grudge is actually gonna aim for Severny. They're looking around, seeing, scouting if someone else is doing the same,
Yeah.
and they can far jump. Maybe go for that tier 1 buildings south of Severny, and then you have like 2 or 3 spots with a car. Might be
true,
there.
true.
So that's also a good strategy. Let's
That's a
see what they'll
crossroads,
do.
yeah, absolutely.
Yasnaya is filled with 2 teams. Interesting positioning.
Yeah, we're going to be going into that one pretty soon. We saw a bit of a battle there. Theater of Mayhem did go quite crazy against Apex Esports last time. No, it wasn't Apex Esports last time, but they are now in there. So it's going to be Theater of Mayhem on Apex into Yasnaya. And the circle is on the opposite side this time. It's still water, but it's not that much water.
Yeah, NG Core is taking Milta.
Yes,
Power,
as they
basically.
normally. There we go.
So this is their positioning. But now we can see already in Milta itself,
Ooh.
Havo Gaming taking shots from... Let's see who is there
Let's have a
with
look
them.
at map.
Freshy.
Susie.
Freshy is from Hit and Run. So some small battles.
Yeah, I don't know what Hit and Run can do with this situation. They've already got hit, so perhaps it's time for them to run. Havo Gaming, well, they're going to be holding on to Milta by their teeth, man. They don't really let go of this place. They've been contested before by pro teams, but they didn't relent. And this time is not going to be any kind of a difference to that one. Jursky already holding on to the angle there. Bikini model somewhere in the far back by the ticket checker.
They're super spread out. It's interesting because they are taking shots,
Oh.
and by being so spread out, there might be, in a, like completely butchered.
Yeah, let's see how it pans out for him. Good point there. They might group up, see, on the south side of Milta Bauer. Don't seem to be doing that just yet. Perhaps they don't have the rifle power to work with here. Nicola hasn't taken any shots more than she's already have. So, still, it's a danger place to be in here. Havo Gaming seem to want to move their way into it, but there looks to be a bit of a flank. Perhaps their enemies already tried to make their way on the south side. We do see a team coming close. Oh, sorry, their opponents there. Nicole, I think it is, very close to restaurant. No, it's
I
actually
think we
Susie.
had a small server-side error. He was pointing like towards the door, but it should have been open instead of closed.
Yeah, that happens. Yep.
Yep.
That happens actually when you play.
True that.
Yep. So there's that. NIP as well will be contested close to Skull. There's going to be a squad close to them there. We do see Yasnaya as well, harboring 2 squads, as we said, Apex Esports and Theater of Mayhem here. We do see red blue from Apex Esports, and well, let's just say they're not going to have an easy time. Again, another team that knows Kameshki like the back of their hand is Theater of Mayhem, just
I
the
mean,
same as Havo knows Milta.
I don't want to challenge Theater of Mayhem wherever on the map. Whatever the
You
position
just wanna
is,
go.
I just don't want to play against them. They're really
Yeah.
fantastic players.
Oh yeah.
So it is a challenge.
Absolutely. Pony Rider, the equestrian champion. This guy has the highest clutch potential I've seen since I was starting casting for PUBG. He's shown me so many good clutches, 1v4s, 1v3s. I just can't believe it, man. Like in one match, he downed 3 squads in the span of like 2 minutes.
Man, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Man. I mean,
yeah, it is.
in public games, when someone does that, it's still impressive. But when
even
you do
more
that,
so.
yeah, when you do it in competitive games, when first of all, people are just way more skilled. Second of all, people are, you are in a position when you will have people all around you. 360. You can be backstabbed really easily, so it's even harder to do something like that. Now we see Havu and Solento
Ooh.
closing down from north, so he might want to sandwich their opponents in Milta.
And Silenzo's being insolent himself.
What is
Now
that
he spots
UAZ
Nicola
here?
there. Is going for the UAZ, but will be spotted out in the open there. Has a bit of a haystack. Ooh, happy days. Nicola doesn't get down, but so close to getting there. And then Silenzo, well, he's going to be making his way out of that situation. Now will be peeked in by Nicola's teammates. So there's no point to stick around too long to get down to yourself. But look at this one.
Hit and
Susie-
run is really in a bad position.
Yeah, Susie and Freshie, though, they are making a play here against I Don't Really Mind. And this is not actually a bad spot to be in here. I Don't Really Mind knows that they're coming. He's heard them. And
I
he's
Don't Really
holding
Mind?
Still.
That's the worst nickname that we have today in the lobby.
No, it's not.
I mean, I don't really mind. No, I actually do mind.
He's
you
just
know?
saying that he's a chill guy. I don't really mind. Whatever
Well-
happens to me. If Freshie pushes me, I don't really mind. If Kala comes in to help him out,
Oh,
I don't
man.
really mind.
I wouldn't push that building at all. It's so easy
very
to
difficult to breach.
defend. Yeah, even when you have like a duo breaching this building, the staircase is so tight that you can't really stop.
Yeah.
The first guy needs to just rush up, and if he gets downed, well, that's too bad. The other guy needs to go in and trade,
True.
right? But otherwise, if your teammate is downed midway, like midway in the staircase, you're ducked. Like you can't really do much because you can jump over him. right?
Autocorrect Lothar coming in with the
Yeah,
knowledge
you
there.
know, I'm using a language.
Verbal.
corrector.
Verbal autocorrect. That's good. I don't really mind. Did take some shots now. So his enemies know exactly where he is. Freshie's jumping around skippity bop to the candy shop there. Let's see if he can find any kills. Very difficult again. As Lothar pointed out, this is one of the hardest types of buildings to breach. But it looks like Freshie isn't taking just a commitment just yet. He's taking his time there, scouting around, trying to see if I Don't Really Mind is peeking in from anywhere close. Doesn't look to be that way.
It's not even easy to throw grenades into the building because of the bars in the windows. Although with practice, you actually land that stuff. Wacky Jackie has an incredible video
Tutorial.
on YouTube how to throw grenades from underhand from the building, like outside of the building. It's actually
yeah.
amazing. I recommend to watch it for competitive game.
Absolutely.
Is crucial to know those tricks.
Oh,
They
yeah.
can be life and death. Oh,
Here we
first
go.
knockout
There we go.
in the game. Yorski getting down by Kala from hit and run, and I don't really mind knocking out Freshie, so 1 for 1, and then it's getting killed. So hit and run being the first team to lose a member. Nicola is joining now Suzy from his team, and they need to take revenge on I Don't Really Mind.
And here comes Havu's thinking, what do? Do they support I Don't Really Mind? Or do they go for the res on Jorski? Bikini Madi and Ensalenzo have already lost plenty of HP here. Somewhere else on the map, looks like Austin has been knocked out by falling.
Ghost Gaming
some
losing a
trouble there.
player might be even. We'll see,
Yeah.
we'll see. But I'm really surprised that actually Hit and Run did breach that building with just one member.
Yeah, I don't think they knew. I said it earlier that I Don't Really Mind took some shots. I don't think he actually did. He's being a sneaky ninja. Well, not that much sneaky. Of course, his position has been spotted. But yeah,
Look at Austin.
let's have a look at Austin. In the meantime, we'll go back to I Don't Really Mind in just a second. Is there a motorbike perhaps nearby?
How
Yes,
did
there's
here
the
we
culprit.
go. So,
Aw,
as Sherlock
Austin.
Holmes would say, he sees the clues, and you can connect the dots. And I guess you can say he did.
If you connect the dots right now, what you get is a forehead.
Maybe he did actually hit the ground with the forehead. No one knows, right?
Probably, yeah.
But they need to be fast to res him because he is bleeding out. And now we
Ooh.
can see the breach on the building. I Don't Really Mind is now a horrible building. I mean, horrible room. If they have nades.
He cannot do the window jump. So all he can do
Yep.
is kind of move around his area. They're taking shots against his enemies. They can't breach him as well because as soon as they fall in there, they're going to have a hard time with their weapons being down because the size of the door is super, super tiny. So I Don't Really Mind smartly just waits around. He's not going to be going aggressive. All he has to do is sit and wait because Bikini Model and another one of his teammates are on the way, but it's a bit too late for that. Nicola comes in with a good frag, and all of a sudden, Havu Gaming are on the downside. Susie and Nicola taking shots themselves. And Zelenso doesn't know what to do. Does he go for the kill or does he get out of there? Havu Gaming already losing 2 members.
So, I don't want to break like the dynamic of your cast here, but I need to applaud Nicola for taking the decision. That was the last second to take the trade with I Don't Really Mind. Because if they would still wait, Havu Gaming would just close them out in that building and then have like those pincers getting from out of the building and inside of the building. So Nicola had to make the decision, I need to push, kill I Don't Really Mind, and get out of here right now.
Yeah, and it did happen. And it did happen good. And also what's happening now is Bikini Model coming in fresh with the M16 shots. Nicola has a choice, going for the res or trying to go for a bit of an aggressive play. It looks to be the third here. But, oh, a downed on her. And that is not good favors at all. It's just going to be KL. Last one staying alive. Kala rather from their team. And all of a sudden things don't look that good for them. They did look good for them, then they did look bad. It's a roller coaster of emotions here.
Yep, but I have to say, very well played by Ensolenso.
Yes.
He was behind the door. He knows that Bikini Model knocked out his opponent, and there were two guys there, right? So when he hears when the steps are, stopping, making any noise, that means that the res is going down right now. So he can make an estimated guess where his opponent is, and after waiting 2 seconds, he can open the doors and just start slamming those opponents that are resing. So very well played by Ensolenso. Yeah. And NIP taking our favorite spot on the map.
Yes, the small blue. I love this one, man. And here it offers so much visibility, but then again, you're also uncovered yourself, and we can see Crunch taking some damage, not a lot of it. So it's he's not going to be that worse for wear.
Even if you're getting downed here, you're behind the wall.
Yep.
Your teammate can res you. The only problem is you're getting into the war of attrition. You can lose some healing items. You can lose a helmet. That's the most crucial thing.
Oh, Ewan from Team PogChamp might just get his current blown up by G-Core. Ewan also taking some damage there. I do think I spotted some fumes coming out of that UAZ. And
he's getting
launch
knocked
shots from Fuzzface with the Scar. Thank you very much. That 4x coming in handy. No, it's actually on Meteor's hands. Fuzzface doing the dirty deed and Meteor closing the business.
Man, one of the best players on the server getting killed already.
Yeah,
by the way, Austin bled out from that unfortunate accident on the bike. So that was...
what? Kala. Look at this one.
He actually went out and went east.
And Ensolenso and Bikini tried to push in, and it didn't work out for him. Right now, Bikini downed. Kala has no idea where his enemy is coming from. Drops the smoke, but it's going to be too late. Ensolenso ending that one squad that dared to contest Melta Power. So now Ensolenso can go back and safely res Bikini. Do they have the third one? I think we saw on the map. Is it third?
I think they lost two members.
Yorski has been res.
Wow.
Okay. But he didn't have any meds, and you can still see that he doesn't have any meds. NIP having a hard moment here. Crunch has been down. And they've taken Big Blue as well. But Fuzzy
Interesting
Potato,
that they moved actually from the blue compound.
Yeah, well, it's for crossfire setup. That's the only reason why they would do it.
But then it's really easy if you're getting breached. Like if the blue house is getting breached, you don't have fire from the blue compound to it. So it's an interesting decision. I wonder what triggered that.
Teams change their strats. They like to play 2+2. Sometimes they play full squad if they're very
2+2 quick math. It's 4.
-1.
I just wanted to never mind. All right. Let's
you don't
go.
know the full meme, man.
I know the full meme, but I wanted to make a joke with your 2+2. Now you ruined it.
I'm sorry, Lothar. Hug me.
All right. Well, FlyQuest in the timber area.
And he's not yelling timber. Instead, he's yelling fire in the hole. Not going to connect with anyone, though. That nade not having anybody's name on it. Though he has done some damage there. Cars are looking a bit worse for the wear. And this is the time for Somethang to group up with his teammates, of which there are 3. But if you look at the mini map there, they're going to be flanked from an underside from the other end. No, actually, that one player took a vehicle, and 54 is going to make his way out of that one, I think.
I wonder if Hetro is already hiding somewhere down in the field.
Somewhere in the middle of the blue.
I mean, this guy is a legend. No, it's not deterrative, I mean, he's very intelligent when it comes to playing that.
Look at this one. There will be a breach. Let's have a look back where we were. This might just be no, it's not going to be a breach.
At first.
No, FlyQ are further down the road. Somewhere else on the map, though, we do see some shots being taken against Maker. K coming in with
taking shots at Fuzzy Potato. And Fuzzy Potato is from team.
Fuzzy Potato is from Hooligans.
Hooligans. Fuzzy Potato and Fuzzface today.
A lot of fuzzes.
Fuzzy Potato. Does that mean it has hair or something?
Oh, Theater of Mayhem having a hard time close to the wood mill there. One player down, ex-Chris. You can see he's going to be helping out, holding the front end flank while their teammate is getting rest. They will be getting rest, so they're still a full team. Avencure back into the game. A lot of fighting going on at the wood mill, and for good reason. This place offers great cover. If you can find some real estate in here and try and hold it, then you got some good chances, especially considering the circle and the way it's been going so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, Woodmill is straight up in the middle of it, and we're going to be finding where the next circle comes in just a few seconds. But yeah, look at that one. Most of the teams into Woodmill now.
61 people alive. Still a lot of players. Although I have to say, we don't see usually that many kills so early in the game often. Right?
Yeah,
so
true.
it had been a little bit aggressive, although we had seen one suicide, unfortunate accident by Austin
Rip
so
GG.
far. Yeah. What is in the box?
Ooh.
M249. We did speak about it
The Car
last week.
Destroyer.
It's one of the best weapons in competitive games because of the high
Tripod.
firepower, high fire rate, tripod, as you said, in prone position, and like in my opinion, the stopping power is incredible. First of all, you can just suppress someone in a building, and then your squad is flanking
Mm-hmm.
because 100 shots. I think it takes like 8 seconds to empty the entire clip or something like that.
That's a lot
So
of time for your teammates to make a move, especially if you're using that ammo smartly. If you're like firing 4+4.
might actually be more because
I think
M16
it's
can
more than that.
empty clip in 5 seconds with a burst
Definitely
fire.
more, yeah.
So it will take more than 8 seconds with the
Mm.
M249.
Yeah, let's see C9 in the meantime making their way by the edge of the blue. They're going to be gatekeeping. Let's have a look and see on the map, is there somebody that will go towards them? No, so C9 for now, they're going to be nice and safe. Going back into it, the Woodmill though. How many teams are... This is madness, Lothar. What is going on here? This is insanity. So many teams are at the Woodmill or close by. It looks like wood is in demand.
And at
Looking
first,
for some
getting
hardwood.
knocked out. Oh my god. I mean, this area is so weird because it has all those small dips that
Yeah.
you can hide in. And
Where
at
you
the
can put
same
your wood.
time,
Yep.
at the same time, the buildings are really fantastic piece of
To hold.
cover.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good visibility from the south side res there at the Woodmills there, where G-Core are situated. We've seen them win a match, I think 2 weeks ago, close by the Woodmills there. So let's see if they can repeat that performance. In the meantime, X taking shots at his enemies here. Times and Phil from
Apex
Team
Esports.
Apex Esports will be moving forward though. No problem whatsoever. Look at them. Not even phased.
I mean, it's far away.
Yeah, it's a 4X on...
Even with the M16, you need to take a lot of shots to knock a guy out from that vehicle.
talking
If
about
you-
knockout.
Oh, what happened here?
Well, let's have a look.
Lush got knocked out, and Lush is from Team Gambino.
Undercover pie. Oh,
So if it's an undercover
Yeah, I'm
pie,
thinking
it
about
is
how does that
then
work?
a different, baker, bakery product.
so
Let's
like
say
a-
it's like an undercover donut.
Yeah, it's probably a donut. With the undercover. Oh, look at the circle though. Let's talk about donuts and circles. Not a fantastic one. There's so much open space into Milta Power right now, and G-Core looking great, taking a compound, or soon to be taking a compound that will be in the next white, if I am correct. So many vehicles as well moving at this time. Profi's going to have a very hard time connecting his shots because, well, the FPS has got to the toilet. That will ensure that Jikias and Kaz, Venker Pony Rider as well, close by from Theater of Mayhem.
Look at them
safely.
go! Wenger with that
Motorbike.
bike is just 115 kilometers per hour. Profi can have a shooting range right now, but he needs to be great with his weapon right now to hit and nail those players just driving by next to him.
Where's the rest of the rest of Ghost Gaming? The
I mean, they
legit.
lost a player early on in the game. Profi knocked out Times, and Times is from
Time and time again from Apex Esports.
Exactly.
And well, that's an unfortunate timing there, but now they're going to be grouping up Ghost Gaming, so they will. Red Kyborg trying to go in for the res of their fallen teammate Times. Apex Esports, of course, the same squad in there. And they have some rocks to work with there, so they can go for the res. Nobody on the hillside that could watch them at this moment in time. So they will be safe in that res. Havu making their way as well from the south end there. FlyQuest in the meantime losing a member as well. And Jempty taking shots with that AK, knocking someone out. Beautiful shot. Gaji boy. Well, he's going to be out of this one. Beautiful work out of Jempty.
You can also see players switching right after knockout to a different weapon to finish the guy. And you know why? Because kills are so important in
Yeah,
this game. So if someone steals your knockout, that actually hurts your team by a huge margin. So you need to finish that guy as soon as possible.
Kyborg now from What team? You tell me what team he is. He
I'm
does have
telling you
maybe
right now,
14 though.
Kyberg
Times-
is.
Oh, he's a stand-in for Apex.
Yes, he is playing instead of I think Kaibadaru.
Kairi Kiabadarau.
Yeah,
Maybe
because we
that's him.
didn't see that name today yet.
Maybe that's him, Kai. But yeah, he will be having a very, very powerful weapon to work here. The Mini 14, such high velocity as we mentioned before, and it's so easy to hit shots with. This motorbike though that Profi has from Ghost Gaming, not going to be a valid method of transportation. Looking at the smoke coming out of it. But then again, they don't need to move. They're very, very good in the safety of the circle. NIP also making their way from top prison, an area well covered, but they're not going to have any kind of challengers there.
Yeah, I like that position actually. It's a very decent defensive position. If the circle will actually end out there on their side, it will be fantastic because they will not need to move into the inside the circle.
Oh, look at Havu Gaming opting to go for the defensive play. They saw Theater of Mayhem shoot onto him, and well, they made their way out of that one there. So Theater of Mayhem actually making their way towards Big Miltapower, where there's currently one squad coming in and more to attempt it. But a lot of teams trying to make their way towards NIP.
Gale Force in between NIP and Team
Jesse
Envious.
Envious, yeah.
Envious will be sandwiching Gale Force Esports. So let's see what's gonna happen here. But they are on the foot while Envious is just gonna, stroll by with vehicles.
And they didn't spot each other, so NIP, well, they're not going to be getting frags just yet.
He's
Sweater, though,
shooting.
goes for the shots. He's not
Interesting.
connecting. Very difficult to hit with the AK. That's why Jemty did such a great work earlier on. That's why I was so impressed, because a 7.62 bullet into a moving vehicle is super hard to achieve. NIP not having the best time of their life right now. They might just have a harder moment because BenQ5 is close to them, or BenQS, whatever you want to put it, from Gale Force Esports, but he is outside of the blue. So they will gatekeep him instead.
I'm really baffled by the fact that NIP was taking shots at those vehicles. Like they gave away their position, and when the circle is moving, I think like you should actually take consideration of that. And
That's it.
yeah, he might heal, but now his teammates needs to save him. They need to flank. They need to get NIP in the pincers, but I think they just left him.
Yeah, they absolutely do, and they need to reposition themselves because the circle is not their friend. Another nade being thrown in. Thank you. Will it connect? Will this be a Kobe? Nope, it's not going to be that. So many rocks in there that it's super easy to defend yourself. And in the meantime, though, Borg does find a frag topside there. Looks like Pi put it to help their teammates. Their Crunch is going to be knocked out, and Borg low on HP is not a fantastic moment for NIP as they try to stop for just a moment so that they can get the res there. BenQ coming in from the backside. So now they're the ones being pinched in. NIP putting themselves in a hard spot. Can they make it out alive? They spot their enemy, take shots against them. BenQ still at it, crouched in, but another nade is going to be raining in quite soon, and that nade might connect beautifully. So solid FPS from C9. I'm not too sure where he's headed, but he
Didn't
might
hit
come in
the
for the
nade.
back flank as well.
Yep, NIP kinda in a bad position now. Undercover Pi didn't get rest after those nades. Interesting, because they didn't like follow up on the nade that they threw on NIP, and he didn't go immediately for the race for the rest.
True.
Interesting position.
Borg coming in with that M4, taking shots against his enemy Doom. Not connecting just yet there. Doom is going to be quite happy with most of his HP intact, and they're going to be legging it out of there, especially now considering that BenQ has been knocked out and killed. There's no more time for them to stay in there. And the circle, as we said, is not their friend. Oh, that's what Cloud9 were doing. They were doing a long reach around.
Interesting strat. A lot of damage will be taken by them, so they need to have like full boost already.
Yeah. And, well, they're already getting off of their horses with the circle strangling them. And this is the new game, man. If you're far away from the blue, you're going to get shredded.
You
The
have a
further you are,
bad time,
You
man.
can have a bad time. Yeah, C9. I don't know how they can make it into here, especially considering that there's so many squads. FlyQuest as well, close to an enemy. And, well, they're going to be spotting that enemy. Nothing out there. There's still more to watch out for. So Room comes in with some good shots. Something still alive. He's going to have the back of a head thrower in just a few seconds. But until that happens, Something, he's going to take everything in his hands. And, Something ain't nothing to with.
Yeah, and Gale Force Esports getting eliminated, if I'm not mistaken. There were all the members from their team dead.
That's the end of them, yep.
So from NIP, they just got into FlyQuest.
Yep.
Unlucky.
That's it. And now Apex Esports having a hard time here. Time's getting knocked out himself. time and time again. He's not having an easy one. Kyborg now trying to begin. Does not spawn his enemy there. His enemy's going to be taken about. That's out for Apex Esports for this match. But the circle is also strangled again. A lot of teams being gate-kept. And now it's NIP again. They were the ones gatekeeping on the previous white. And now they're the ones being gate-kept themselves. Not a lot of HP at the board, but he somehow makes it closer as his teammates find the frags. And that's another squad wiped out. NIP just barely escaping death. But they're still in it, and there's still 4 members in alive. But oh, look at that circle. They have a bit of a travel.
Holy moly, I was impressed by NIP right now. I thought they are dead. Dead on the spot, in the blue.
In the water.
Far away from the water, but yeah, it was a really hard position, but they won by the duels. The duels won the game.
How is C9 making their way so close to FlyQ? They've got no idea what's going on here. Moody already being super, super sneaky. The scope's in.
Like.
He's going to be waiting for his teammates to get inside the blue. They need to heal themselves first. And now they're taking the shots, opening up fire. They're connecting beautifully so. And it's going to be 2 downs and 1 more left alive from FlyQuest. No chance for them to stay into the game here as Hitroar. Oh, he's got barely 1 HP, uses the first aid kit, and now he's going to be peeking out there. But Moody is 1 shot away himself. And with his teammate down, that's not easy for him to take on to this battle here. So Hitroar might just make his way out. Oh, but Sodden and Chappie actually come into it.
Now they have the numbers. There's the advantage. So even when Hetero gets that res, it doesn't matter. Here we go. Flyk was getting eliminated by Cloud9, and we thought Cloud9 is toast.
And they're not. Actually, they're doing good. And now they've got a UAZ to move into the next circle there. As we look somewhere else on the map, it's going to be a hard time for the Theater of Mayhem. As they make copy from Ghost Gaming and move it in towards their enemies. They're good shots against X-Chris. And there's another one down from Theater of Mayhem. And Kotasik as well killed. I don't think there's more than 1 member left. Venkur. Actually, he would be. It's still a two-man team for Theater of Mayhem. But Ghost Gaming showing their true colors. Man, these guys are absolute beasts.
Mikoy is just wrecking everyone. Every single game I see Mikoy just putting out the numbers, the kills, the fantastic frags. It's incredible how consistent he is.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a pleasure to watch as well. Define legit taking some shots. Ghost Gaming in a bit of hard time. Fausto Copy coming in. Team PogChamp coming in this time to try and challenge Ghost Gaming, but they will be spotted themselves. They have no idea what's going on there. Mikoy taking shots. Fausto Copy tagged down. He's not tagged down heavily now, taking some bait killers so close to his enemy here as Define takes more damage than Fausto could before. This time it's going to be Fausto peeking in here, and well, he's going to be the one going down as well. That body will connect though, so Define will make his way out. Try to peek in from the side angle there. Be going aggressive actually. No chance for a rest for this team here, as that is it for PogChamp. Ghost Gaming coming once again as true freaking legends, man. These guys are absolute beasts.
I love the decisions by Define Legend. First of all, he didn't get hit by Molly, so that was kind of lucky, but the push was a really fantastic decision, because if they didn't get pinset from the other side, then he has the the stomp on them. Oh my god, so many kills right now.
C9 and NIP just dying down in the span of a second here.
Yep, that was just like that, all dead.
Yep, Theater of Mayhem and G-Core putting on the screws. That's what they're doing. And the circle, again, a widely open one. Venkur and Pony in there from Theater of Mayhem taking shots south side against, well, I think it was against Havu. But Havu actually have a very decent chance at this one. The ledge that they're on is not going to be the next white, but they could use the UAZ as cover. However, there's a lot of teams in small Milta power, and the only thing that they could do is go towards that rock on the right side there, towards that other UAZ, and try to hold off that angle.
This is a really tough position.
Oh man, it is. There's no easy spot.
Yeah, and Ghost Gaming needs to move into the open field as well. This is rough right now. They need to take the east side and go into the position of their opponents on Hafu. They know they are there, 100%.
Oh, but this is not good. Define Legit actually making a lot of noise with that UAZ there. Profi, his ninja element has been taken out of consideration, but M16 with an 8x, connecting beautifully in his shots there, not knocking out someone just yet. Oh, he's so close to it. Ah, there comes the knockout. It's going to be Profi. That takes Bikini Model out for just a few seconds there. With 4 seconds left alive until the circle moves in. This is a hard spot for Havu Gaming. They have to go for the res instantly. And they're also a bit exposed because Define Legit is already moving in against them. Nade's going to be coming in here. This might be a Kobe. This might be a good one. Define Legit gets spotted. But it looks like Drusky doesn't take the shot today. Here we go. That might be a bad one for Havu Gaming, who are, I do believe, out of this one.
Man, that was a fantastic battle between Ghost Gaming and Havu Gaming. And to be honest, Define Legend didn't know that Havu was there. So he had a bad positioning when he went out of the UAZ. He got shot. But Profi went with the save on him. That was a fantastic play.
Gambino still alive in this one.
Mikoy killing Avenkur. Man, that guy is legit. Defined legit.
Absolutely. G-Core now are going to be challenged by Railgun.
And Railgun is from Team Riotous Beastia. We didn't mention them before because
Yeah,
this is the
we
first
didn't
time
see them.
actually. Yeah, this is the first time when they're in the final
So
circle.
now it's just Ghost Gaming versus G-Core. It's a 1v1 battle. Two absolute monsters. Ghost Gaming really showing what they've got in this match here, downing squad after squad. And G-Core, well, we know the veterans of PUBG. These guys are absolute legends. So it should be interesting to see who comes out on top here. Not a lot of time left.
Ooh,
And it
Mikoi
already
with the
looks-
Kobe.
It already looks like Mikoi is deploying some nades, but they're not going to be connecting at that right place. Mikoi might just have to tank a bit of the blue if he wants to make inside it. But Railgun, for this one, already having the angle.
Railgun is now eliminated by Fast Face, but yeah, he was the sole survivor of his team. So kind of a rough patch for him. Now Mikoi, does he have more nades to just, you
Nope.
know,
Lob 'em.
underhand lob
Yeah.
them? I don't think so.
No.
Oh, no, there's one more nade. One more nade. He's holding it right now, I think.
Wait, where did you get down from?
Jump the amazing
No
crow jump
way.
from the wreck on the edge of that
No way.
of that wall. That was a fantastic play.
That's insanity. Ghost Gaming are in a very hard spot right now. It's just Define Legit that's still alive. He will be going for the res on Profi, or at least attempting to do that. But still, Gorilla Core set to win the second match here. One member knocked, however, it's just going to be Meteor. All of a sudden, there, Define Legit has a chance in this one. And he's in the white. He's in the next circle. So he's just going to be holding
It's
on to a spot there.
1-on-1 now.
Downs. Meteor comes in with a
Holy
good shot.
crap.
But Ghost came in again. Fantastic performance out of them. Second match in the bag for them once again. Define Legit coming with a massive clutch to wreck Gorilla Core.